A warm welcome to our favorite program, Senior Citizen Alcove, a program that allows us to speak strictly with others on their journey in life, lifestyle, and challenges. We also engage them to inform, educate, and guide the younger generation through their experience in life. We celebrate them because they have become our legacy for others to admire. As elders, they look at the past, relate it with the present, and guide us into the future. That's why this moment, Senior Citizen Alcove cannot be ignored. I am Avoid Nwogu, your guide, and before we introduce you to our guest today, let us quickly go for a short break. We'll be right back.
Mineral resources are inextricably linked to the rise of mankind and civilization. Their importance has been repeatedly documented by archaeologists who have named the ages of mankind based on the materials used by society: the Stone Age, the Copper Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. The more recent times also carry names of other geologic resources such as the Coal Age, the Petroleum Age, and the Atomic Age. The strength and power of early nations often stemmed from mining activities and the amount of such metals as gold and silver in the treasury. Minerals have also played a significant role in the exploration of the world, colonization of foreign lands, and the trade, commerce, and industrialization of civilized societies. Mineral is a concentration of inorganic, naturally occurring, and non-renewable solids, with over 5,000 identified minerals across the world. Historically, Nigeria relies heavily on oil sector, but diversification of the economy through the exploitation of solid minerals is a promising avenue that warrants greater attention. The value of mineral resources to growing economy cannot be overemphasized because they possess the capacity to create jobs, foster industrialization, and contribute significantly to revenue generation and national development. On this program, Hammer and Pick Show, we dissect, deliberate, and report issues concerning the extractive industry in Nigeria and the rest of the world because the extractive industry has become a defining factor in the ratings of the world economy. Subscribe to this channel to be a part of the show. You cannot afford to miss out.
Welcome back. If you have been following us, this is the third edition of the program Senior Citizen Alcove, and we have been watching and listening to an elder statesman, a traditional ruler, a caring father, husband, role model, and a mentor. For many of you know this leader will testify to it that I wasn't exaggerating at all by describing him the way I just did. He is the Oyarazi of Igreland, the Ohi of Okene, His Royal Highness Alhaji Isah Okatahi. His words are inspirational and motivational. Finally, we'll be listening to the remaining part of our exclusive interview with him. His Royal Highness shall be talking to us about his marriage, politics, and security. Please relax and watch every bit of it. Enjoy the moment.
We want you to tell us the moment you have regretted so far in your life. Now you've regretted decision, you've regretted taking or something.
Actually, in my life, the only regret I can have is if I have every love for you and loved you as to suit my goal, my heart, and I later discover that that the love I have for you, you don't have it for me, and I come to discover, and I know it can affect my life. I always regret, oh God, why this? Because I have a typical example in my life. Because I adhere to the advice of my mother and my father that I should go their way by marrying more than one wife. I adhere to them. But because of the love for my father and the love for my mother, and that my mother and my father lived up to 105 years and my mother up to 90-something years, that they were still together. My prayer then is that whoever wife God will give me, let God allow us to be together, just like my mother and my father. Because I have never seen them one day quarreling or disagree, or agree to disagree, or disagree to agree, or agree to disagree. No, they took life so simple that I was praying to God, God, give me a wife that I will be like my father and my mother. And actually, Almighty God accepted my prayer. I discovered that my prayer was answered because the wife I'm having in the house is almost 43 years with me now. I married her 43 years ago. So, I mean, it's a pride because we were able to study ourselves, just like my mother and my dad. That's why the fact that they were illiterate. They were not educated. They were able to manage their life. So, in this our supersonic age, we were able to manage our life without third party. Whatever our differences, we normally settle at night. So whatever our differences, we know where to settle our problem. Up to today, my wife, we are still together.
Just cheaply, how did you meet her?
You see, very funny. I went to visit a friend at the Beira area there. And I saw them plaiting hair for one pretty small girl, just about school age. I mean, school start, just about. I just guessed that this girl is about to finish her school. But there, when I saw the hair, I said, so this small girl is as rich. His hair is as rich as this. So I was joking with my friends. I went to meet there. He said, do you want to marry her? I said, yes, now. I'm admiring her now. This was how it This was how it all started. I told them, look, I can't hide my feelings. So I am from Okene, and people are in Obeira here. I have decided not to marry from Okene because Okene, they are too wise. So it has been my prayer that I will go to one of the subordinate villages, except one, to marry. So, and when I saw this girl, I'm carried away. And people have been accusing me, even my parents. You have been working. What else? What stops you? Look at how you. They will nickname me expensive mama. Expensive. You see, you have machine. You have Vespa. You are. What stops you from getting married? I said I want to prepare before getting married. They said no. Once you marry, you will become more responsible, and all the other things will come naturally. That was why I took interest in that. And immediately I started to inquire about her. It was the week she dropped, she wrote her wife that she came home from one of the school in Cabal Town that I saw her. So I said, no wasting of time. In fact, it doesn't last up to 2 months. That got she before we get married in the year 1980-81.
Happy family.
Thank you.
Wow. So it's a story that we must tell. It's inspiring.
Yes, of course. Yes.
You know, when you hear people talk to you like this, you know there is always hope.
Yes. You see, the problem we are having in these days, it's not all that glitters that is gold. Yes. And you have to get married to somebody of your choice. Then study yourselves because you are from different background, the racial background. Then you have to study yourself. But there are some people that they only want ready-made women. At the end of the day, they will not be able to satisfy something, and the love will go halfway. And so that is why you have so many divorces today. You join people together to be a husband and wife. After marriage, deception and everything. 3 months now, the thing will hit rock again. So we have to learn how to endure and study ourselves, because 2 hands wash themselves to be clean. Yes.
Wait, so you're true.
Wow. And let me deviate. I also went into politics. Okay. 1983, because the love of my people for me, I was to go to Kwara State House of Assembly. Then in Kwara State, before the creation of Kogi State. Kwara State House of Assembly. It was when we were to go and resume that Buhari took over the government. Okay. And we were driving home. So I was a politician to the core, brought up by a renowned politician Alhaji Abatami Usman of blessed memory. He was my mentor politically, who asked me to contest election in Okene Central for Kwara State House of Assembly then, as far back as 1983. So now that I'm His Royal Highness, if you go political, I can easily read your mind and have something to digest, and I can advise as somebody who has tasted that position in the past. So, but by and large, we thank God today we are where we are today. Yes.
Were you prepared for this tour?
Yes, and then let me say, because I've been very close to the late Uhino of Ibrahim, Alhaji Sani Omunori.
Okay.
I've been very close to him. And when he died, I feel the pain, because I used to be in their midst listening to elders because of their words of wisdom. When he died, he knows me very well and he loves me among the kids. I mean, the young boys going there. And a classmate to some of his children. So when he died, I feel pain. I was told by fear, who again is coming to be our royal father, our royal majesty. And luckily for us, His Royal Majesty Alhaji Ibrahim emerged as a human of Ibrahim. And closely, I came near him and he loves me very well. I learn a lot from him, because he's an embodiment of any good thing you can think of. He has choice, he has taste, and that is why you can, even if you see in his palace, you know he has something upstairs. So, and he's a business magnate. Then all his knowledge from, all his wealth of experience from Western world, he brought it home to build his palace. And it's second to none in Africa. Yes. So that taste, and because I've been very close to him, I follow him out. I will go out to represent him when he feel like resting at home, and the message I carry to the public. So when I was given this, I didn't feel, I just feel that I have learned from somebody who is supposed to teach me the job I'm now into.
So how's the experience so far?
Very interesting, because the only pride I enjoy so far now, when I did this tour almost 1.5 years ago now, is that the problem between the cattle Fulanis and the Ibira people, farmers, I was able to intervene and settle them. Because the Fulani people have driven all our farmers from the farm. They are now at home. And what our farmers used to bring because we know Hausa before, to bring milk, nono or wara to the market. But they are the one now coming with yams, cassava, and everything. When do you learn farming? They drove our people from the farm and they took over. Then the small boys, the matured ones that are supposed to go and rear the cattle will not go. They will sit down, the matured ones will sit down and send their children. And when the children are going, they will even uproot our farmers' cassava for their animals, for their cows. So by and large, the life wasn't easy for our farmers. And when they start threatening and kidnapping starts, they have to run home. But I summoned all of them here, including their chief, and they were here, and I settled them. Then give them rules and regulation, and they all agreed. Because some of them you cannot easily do away with them, because some has been here more than 50 years. How do you display such a people? But I warned them that the bad ones amongst them are the strangers in their midst, and they should not be covering their children that are doing all these things. The farmers are back to the farm, and the cattle rearers also enjoying their trade.
Yes, coming back to the political aspect of life. Yeah, thank God. I'm happy that you mentioned that you were once there.
Yes.
And playing politics these days.
Yes.
How will you relate it to playing politics there?
No, the difference is clear. The difference is clear.
What is missing?
The motivation we were having that time, it's almost 100 times these days. If you go into what legislators are collecting as allowances, upkeep allowances, wardrobe allowances, all those things, the price, it's not what, it's just too much, it's too exorbitant. Then if lawmaking is so exorbitant, before getting to the executive arm that is going to carry out the function, and the financial implication, financial involvement, and the budgeted for the National Assembly is too exorbitant. If they can in any way reduce what they are earning now, it will ease our means of living. Because that time, if you, what you are always given is your official car, 505 by that time, then one Hilux van. But now, if any legislator is going on now, anywhere now, you see chain of vehicle for the security and everything. It wasn't like this in the past. In fact, generally, the political situation of the country, except Almighty God come to our aid, and the type of Ahmed Bola Tinubu we are having now as president now, because he has been very well, he has been rich, he's from a wealthy home, so our economy is concerned now is how we are going to improve our economy, think about our security, think about our agriculture, and how we can uplift the country. He's not there to go and make what he has never got before, because when he was he was there as the governor of Lagos State, to be a governor of Lagos State with the economic situation of the country, that is where we have the lion's share of what we earn in this country. So once he was able to manage that place, manage Lagos, he can, with prayers, we can assist him to succeed in his presidential ambition.
Thank you so much.
I just once more again, there's no way you can write the history of Kogi politics without the coming and the advent of Governor Yahya Adoza-Bello. Security-wise, he has helped us, and he has helped us to train our politicians, because it's not as bad as we used to have in the past, whereby people threat their life, thugs go with their guns, maim and kill people for political reason. That has not been happening these days, because if you see mammoth crowd rally, people will discuss their manifestos and convince people to follow or to vote for them. But in the past, it wasn't as simple as this, and as now we are the peace we are now enjoying. It's a kudos to His Excellency Governor Adoza-Bello. That's why the fact that economically and otherwise, he has also tried.
Is it proper to actually go into politics after schools? Because most of the graduates now, they wait for nothing than politics. Yeah, what would be your major advice for them?
No, my major advice is that the politicians themselves should know that the young shall grow. The young shall grow. And there are there are reasons why service rule says when you are 35 years of age, you should retire. Then if you are a lawyer, another 60 years, or if you are 60 years of age. But the lawyers now, the legal people now, maybe 65. That is, any job you are doing, you should at a particular time think of the youths and retire voluntarily. But from what I discovered from our politicians, some of them are supposed to retire, they say they are not tired. And law of diminishing return gets into their ways of life. Because we are now in a supersonic age. Let us try, we say the youth are the future. I mean, the future leaders of tomorrow. You say the youth are the future leaders of tomorrow. When will that tomorrow come? It's just like a trader who write on, I mean, on top of his shop. No credit today, come back tomorrow. When will that tomorrow come? If you say the youths are the future leaders of tomorrow, when will that tomorrow come? Let them start, engage them. Let them start to learn how to do this job. Because we have an adage in our local language that the rabbit of nowadays are easily chased by dogs of nowadays, or like in ancient days. So let's give youth a trial, and the trial will convince you. So we have an adage that we don't have to eat our yam plus the remains we have to plant the other. I mean, when next the time comes. So let us give our youths a trial. Look at His Excellency Governor Yaya Bello now. This is in his youthful age when he became the governor of Kogi State. He has been one of those people, one of the youth that contested for the president, president of APC for this country. Though he did not, and age is still in his favor, he has given it a trial. Let every youth have that courage to carry on
come into the politics. Yes, the bottom line is, you know, our Excellency Governor Yabele worked and he handled business. My worry is youth. They don't want to work. They don't want to even do anything business, but politics.
Let me ask this. Let me ask you this question: Where are the jobs? Because I can see most of the youths now. I have one with me, my sister's daughter. She graduated 11 years ago. No job. Where is the job? Where is the job you ask them to go and do? When they know that if they go to House of Assembly, they know what they are going to gain there. Even ordinary councillor in their wards or chairman of local government. It's a way of job, because they are jobless now. An idle man is a devil workshop or incarnate. What do you expect them to do? It's because they have no alternative. If they are a job, you know you work to. Yaya was working. He was in Makodi. We know him. Yeah, he has a transport business. He has been doing that. It's because he was employed when he finished his when he served. He got an employment from there to politics. But now, where are the job? Where is the job? Look at Ajakuta Steel Company here now, being moribund now. Only 95% completed. If it's completed now, for a viable Nigeria like this, we have Alhaji Steel rolling mill, we have at Katsina, rolling mill. Then we have at Oshogo. All these mills are grounded now. Our refineries are grounded, except that Dangote is now trying to set one up in Lagos. If the money coming, if our economy is well, handled, all these things will help in creating jobs for the jobless. But when these things are not there, and the few people there, they know there is a quick way. Politics is a quick way to make it. That's the assumption of our youth coming up. So don't blame them for going into politics. I encourage them more than 100 times. If they shouldn't come, then create job for them. An idle man is a job. It's a devil's workshop.
That is it. Yeah. We are very grateful for this moment. Hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, but you see,
I've also enjoyed myself. And you know what? This is just the beginning. You will hear more and more because we are going to bring them to you. Just glued to your television and only to Malaka television online. We are going to be bringing our elders who have seen it all in life, who have done many things to promote the image of the family. I just remember now, growing up as a young person, I'm sure your parents will sit you down, will be telling you your family background, your history. Do you know it's not happening now?
Look, not only that, tales at night, when there's moonlight,
yes,
we used to stay inside the compound. The elders will be telling us, Titi Korisi Adombere. They will tell you, obey your father, obey your mother. They will tell you a story of somebody going for hunting. When the father said, if you see the don't do this. And he went and do that, and eventually he died. So they will tell you, they will hold your ears, and whatever your father tells you, make sure you are there to it. Whatever your mother tells you, make sure you are there to eat. It was be during the moonlight.
And
There's no electricity then.
The way of molding us.
Yes, and there are taboos. There are places you don't go to as youths. You don't go to as youths. And there are certain things you don't eat. Then they will tell you don't go out to eat because you can receive poison there and they kill you away. The reason is just that to train you to admire what you are eating at home. Don't admire what you are eating outside. That will make you to go and steal. So all these moral trainings, they are gone. But
so
in my own
do we bring it back? What's your advice to parents?
My advice to, I said, the parents are no more functional, government, and the school. If we act well our own part, if the parents, let me tell you one such story. I went to a school in a particular school sometimes ago. What happened? A parent mobilized his sons and relations to go and beat a class teacher. Just because this teacher corrected his child. He said, what right has he to correct? He did not even to correct that child. This is what you do. This is on the side of the parents. And some parents are there that they don't know the upbringing they are supposed to give to their children. They don't do that. They don't even know how their children feed. They will go out. Grown-up girls will go out and come back with a loaf of bread. The mother will not even ask, where do you get it from? Before she take her share out of it. All these morals are gone. And fathers who live there home go and look for chess, where you buy 10 naira granite and start to eat it there, forget about it soon. So these are the problems we are facing. And look at the education of these days. Mushroom private schools has taken over real education, system. Where do you expect any standard from? You see an uncompleted building, they will tell you it's a nursery school, nursery primary school, no window, nothing. And in government school or secondary school or private school, you see children there not up to 15, but in a private uncompleted building, you see them up to 150. So that is on the side of the government. And that of the school. The teachers are no more doing the job they are employed for. Look at strike here and there. If you strike now, the knowledge lose during that strike, will the children be able to regain it again? So the government is involved, the teachers are involved, but we have to at times temper justice with mercy, so that because we are parents as well. But there are some people, because their children are well trained, or they take their children to school universities, and they feel to hell with the commoners' children. That shouldn't be. We don't like that.
We thank God for the era of Governor Abelo and stop striking.
Yes,
that's really helped.
Yes, really helped.
It has helped.
And look at his.
That aspect as a kudos to.
Yes, look at his love for education. Yes. After that, Abubakar Yadu University there in Kostek and now Kaba will have their own university. Because education is life. If you have no education, you live all your life within your locality and it ends there. But Yaya is able to become governor of today because he's educated. You are able to ask me and be a journalist because you are lettered and you are educated. I'm occupying this throne because I'm able to communicate. If there is no education, my life will probably end in the farm or in the village or in the hamlet. So education is life. And I'm happy that he's building out so many technical schools now all over the state because of his love for education. So I actually cherish him for that.
Thank you.
Yes, and you have made my day.
Thank you.
Because it's a sort of a going memory lane. And it usually keeps one healthy. So you have come to add more color to my happiness. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And you shouldn't be tired because you people are the light of the society. You you praise and criticize, and yours is how best we can live for the betterment of humanity. So keep it up.
Motivational or inspirational, right? I told you it's full of wisdom. Sure, you have been motivated enough, and with this, we can boldly say you have been refreshed to think about those things that are positive and godly. Thank you for sharing the moment with me. Please do me a favor by sharing the link, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malakai TV, and drop your comments to encourage others. Call the number displayed on the screen to be part of this program, or send your comments to my WhatsApp with the same number. I remain your guide, Avoid Umogu. Until then, remain positive to attract positive things in your life. See you on this channel at exactly this hour next week. Goodbye.